Hello everyone and welcome to my class. We are doing the first theme of class 12th history, that is bricks, beats and bones. Until so far we have discussed on various topics on this chapter, right? How the Harappan sites were discovered, what techniques were used by the historians, how step by steps they have constructed the history, right? Now in this video I'll be discussing about the new techniques and the questions. Under this we'll be discussing what modern techniques are used by the archaeologists and the historians and what problems they'll going to face. Now let's start the topic. In 1944, R.E.M. Wheeler became the Director General of Archaeological Survey of India. Now he was a retired brigadier from military, and he used his precision to conduct the archaeological activities. Like in military everything needs to be done in a perfect way, so that perfectness was employed by him in the field of archaeology also, right? So he emphasized on the need of necessity of the stratigraphy. We cannot ignore the stratigraphy. Earlier also, when the archaeologists were conducting the excavation at the Harappan sites, they were not using this, although they were aware of stratigraphy, but they didn't use this technique. अगर एक्सकवेशन हो रहा है तो वो बस डिग करते चले जा रहे हैं अर्थ को, और जो भी मटेरियल उनको मिल रहा है, जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट्स मिल रहे हैं, उन्हें कलेक्ट करते जा रहे हैं, एंड दे कम्प्लीटली इग्नोर्ड द स्ट्रेटिग्राफी. और आप एक हॉरिजॉन्टल वे में सिर्फ आप खुदाई कर रहे हो और चीज़ों को कलेक्ट कर रहे हो, दिस विल नॉट गोइंग टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम, और दिस विल नॉट गिव यू द एग्जैक्ट information जो कि हम उन ऑब्जेक्ट से ले सकते हैं. सो ही emphasized on the necessity of following the stratigraphy if we are using the archaeological evidences to reconstruct the past, right? So this change came in the field of archaeology after he became the director general, and he strictly followed that stratigraphic technology in the field of archaeology. Now the sites that are found which brought light to the civilization, that is of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, these two major sites are in Pakistan these days. So it has other sites which are also found in Pakistan, Afghanistan region. It has no connection with the present day boundaries, modern boundaries of the nations, right? Earlier it was after partition, it was thought that the civilization belongs to the Pakistan, but Pakistan created much later, right? Earlier it was part of India only. So it has no connection with the present day boundary. If we compare the number of sites, we can say that we have found more number of sites in India. Rakhigadi, Ropar, Lothal, Kalibangan, and the recent one Dholavira. These are also major sites of the civilization. So do not connect it with the present day boundaries, right? Now what problems, though I have discussed this part earlier also, but I am again repeating the same thing. What problems were faced by the archaeologists when they rewrite the past? No? First of all, talking about the Harappan civilization, largely our whatever the information we are getting, largely our knowledge is totally dependent on the archaeological evidences, right? Though they have used the written seals, but we failed to understand their script, right? So we have not yet deciphered their script, we are not able to read that script, and that is why the valuable information which we might get from these their script is not revealed till so far. So our dependency on the archaeological evidences, especially for this civilization, again it is very necessary to minutely observe these evidences, right? So first of all, whatever the objects which are found broken or useless, इफ़ एनीथिंग जो भी हमारे यूज़ का नहीं होता है, ये टूटा फूटा चीज़ होता है, उसे हम फेंकते ही हैं, ठीक है, उसे हम यूज़ नहीं करते हैं। लेकिन जो यूज़फुल, जो वैल्यूएबल ऑब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं, जो यूज़फुल होते हैं, उन्हें हम संभाल कर रखते हैं, राइट। सो अगर हम 5,000 साल पहले की बात कर रहे हैं और हमें ऐसे ऑब्जेक्ट्स मिले हैं जो प्रॉपर कंडीशन में हैं, तो या तो वो उस ज़माने के जो बाद के लोग आए उन्होंने उसे अपने अपने पास संभाल के रखा, या उन्होंने उसे रीयूज़ किया, उसे रिसाइकलिंग की उस ऑब्जेक्ट को, ठीक है, अपने हिसाब से उसे ढाला और फिर उसे यूज़ किया। तो सच फाइंडिंग्स विच आर इन अ प्रॉपर इंटैक्ट पोजीशन या कंडीशन, तो उसको हम ये कह सकते हैं कि सच फाइंडिंग्स आर एक्सीडेंटल, नॉट टिपिकल, राइट। मे बी पीपल हैव होर्डेड सच ऑब्जेक्ट्स जो ठीक ठाक कंडीशन में हैं, उन्हें बाद के लोगों ने रीयूज़ किया, रिसाइकिल किया और अपने इस्तेमाल के लिए यूज़ किया। तो हम एग्जैक्टली ये नहीं कह सकते कि वो ऑब्जेक्ट्स जो हैं उसी प्लेस को बिलोंग करते हैं या हरप्पन्स द्वारा यूज़ किए गए होंगे, मे बी बाद के हों, राइट। सो ऑल दी स्टडीज नीड्स टाइम, minute study is required for such findings. Now how to classify the objects? So different principles are used by archaeologists. First of all, what kind of material is used for the object? Suppose कोई object मिलता है, किस चीज़ से बना हुआ है? It is made up of stone, clay, terracotta. आखिर किस चीज़ का बना हुआ है, तो उसको कैटेगराइज कर देते हैं। अगर बहुत ही कीमती चीज़ का है तो it is an luxury item. If it is use of local material, then means common object, which everyone can afford, right? So this is how the material use, first principle is कि किस चीज़ से object बना हुआ है। Second is function of the object, in function of object की किस purpose से बनाया होगा, and in which context it was used, उस वो ऑब्जेक्ट क्या पर्पस सॉल्व कर रहा है और कहाँ पर पाया गया। ग्रेव में मिला, घर के अंदर मिला, कोर्टयार्ड में मिला, कहाँ पे मिला है वो ऑब्जेक्ट, वो भी शो करता है द फंक्शन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट। means whether the object is used in day to day life or whether it was used for some rituals, right? किस पर्पस की ओर दर्शाता है, किस मकसद से वो ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट किया गया होगा। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ डिपेंडेंसी ऑफ इनडायरेक्ट एविडेंस। समटाइम्स वी फाइंड ऑब्जेक्ट्स जिसका डायरेक्ट हम किसी भी चीज़ का अगर हमें डायरेक्ट एविडेंस नहीं मिल पाता है तो इनडायरेक्ट सोर्सेस पे भी डिपेंड करना पड़ता है हमें। फॉर एग्जांपल, those at some sites of Harappan civilization there are evidences of using cotton, but widely it was used हम नहीं कह सकते। हम सिर्फ एक प्रोबेबिलिटी लगाते हैं कि शायद उस टाइम पे कॉटन वाज इन यूज, बिकॉज after seeing their sculptures, after seeing their clay models, we can assume that the people might be using cotton at that time. And for some information we are depending on the indirect evidences like the parallel or the contemporary civilization of Harappan civilization was of Mesopotamia. So उधर में हरप्पन सिविलाइजेशन के क्या एविडेंसेस मिले हैं, अगर वहाँ ये होता या वहाँ के ऑब्जेक्ट्स यहाँ मिले हैं तो इनडायरेक्ट इन ऑब्जेक्ट्स या एविडेंसेस को स्टडी करके वी कैन ट्रेस आउट द पास्ट. So these are certain principles that are used by the historians, used by the archaeologists to reveal the information about the past. In the upcoming section, I'll be discussing about the problems of interpretations. Whatever the objects we found, how to interpret them, and what problems are faced by the archaeologists and the historians to interpret them. So please wait for the next video. Like, share and review. Please do write your comments and subscribe this channel. Thank you.